Okay.
We live?
Yeah, we are.
All right.
Hello, my name is Joseph, and welcome to the first episode of the Ramen Shop. As I said before, my name is Joseph. This is
William.
Yep.
And I'm Elijah.
Yeah. So we're here. This is going to be like an entertainment kind of entertainment kind of show. Just talk about like what we've been watching, what we've been playing, things like that.
Pop culture, video games, TV shows, movies, pretty much everything.
All right. So
if you guys want to hear about certain stuff, just leave a comment in the video.
Yeah. So let's start off. I'll take the show. I'll be the first one.
There you go.
Yeah. So in terms of games, what I've been playing recently, I just started playing Three Houses, even though I'm like 2 months late. But I know Willie's been playing it too, and you haven't really played Fire Emblem before.
I've never played Fire Emblem.
Yeah. I am surprised at how fast this game got hooked into me. This game, this is everything like I wanted past Fire Emblem games to be.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because especially with the whole Three Houses thing. So for anyone who doesn't know about Fire Emblem, like Elijah here, the main gist of it? Yeah, the main gist of it is there's a medieval. Think of it as like medieval chess, right? So you have different units that you can use, like a knight or an archer or a mage, things like that, and you sort of like take turns deploying them out, right? So it's like a turn-based strategy kind of game. But with Three Houses, the main difference between this one and other past games is you have 3 different groups of characters to choose from.
And we all know which one's the best.
And they're the 3
so there's
houses.
there's the 3 houses. So there's like the Black Eagles, the Blue Lions, and the Golden Deer. William chose the Blue Lions because he's we'll say like a fancy snob. Like some fancy snobs. Now I chose the Golden Deer because they're great. It's like a group of like, because the characters can be like nobles or commoners, and most of the people in the Golden Deer are commoners. And like the mix between the two, and they're fantastic. They're great and funny. Blue Lions
definitely has the best story though.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. Depending on which house you pick, you have a completely different story.
Completely different.
I prefer to be a peasant. So.
Yeah.
And for example, you get to actually see what happens to Dimitri instead of what the game gave you in the promotional material as him just being a psycho. You actually get to see like why he's acting like that. And from what I understand, none of the other houses do that.
Yeah. Because this is like doing what I wanted Fates, the game before this, to do. Where the main theme of Fates was that you would have to choose at one point in the game whether to go and be with your adoptive family that you grew up with and fight with them, or go to your actual blood-related family instead. But the problem with that is they split both paths into like $40 each and sold them separately.
Also, it was not worth it at all, let me tell you.
Yeah.
The maps are just played in a different order. Same exact game, really, pretty much.
Yeah.
And you could have just gotten Revelation.
Yeah, that is true. Sure, they added a third one too that you have to pay another $20 for. But with this, it's all in the same package.
That was full $40 game.
No, it was $20. Yeah. But like all together, that's $80 for one game essentially.
Meanwhile,
whereas
3 houses, you have all 3 houses. My playthrough is about 30-40 hours.
Yeah.
Do that 3 times, and they're all very different from what I understand. I just started my second playthrough on Golden Deer. Totally different perspective and everything.
Yeah, and I've heard like the story really starts to branch off around like chapter 12. I'm on like chapter 2 or 3. That's the number I was heard. But yeah.
Chapter 13 is where
chapter 13,
like super officially.
Yeah. But yeah, 3 houses have been great so far. So that's what me and William have been playing. How about you, Elijah?
Give me 1 second and I'll open my notes because I'm forgetful. So recently I've been playing a lot of Dead by Daylight, and for those of you tuning in who don't know about it, it's not that popular of a game. So like,
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Dead by Daylight is pretty much a 5-player game. It's 4 versus 1, so it's pretty much like those really weird mini games in Mario Party, where the one person is the killer, and they have to track down the 4 survivors, whose job is to basically repair generators and escape from a most of the time randomly generated map. And it's actually really fun because there are like more than like 10 different killers, and each one has a different power up. They play very differently. And they actually have some licensed killers too. They have Leatherface, they have Saw, Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, and actually recently, today it's releasing actually, is a Stranger Things DLC. So the new killer is going to be the Demogorgon, and they're adding 2 survivors and a map based on Hawkins. The 2 survivors are going to be Nancy Wheeler and Steve Harrington, who is my favorite. And yeah, I can't wait for it.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. I've
really
seen a
fun
lot
game.
of Stranger Things, but that sounds like a really great update.
Now, when you say Demogorgon, do you mean like the Dungeons and Dragons one?
Yes. Stranger Things actually has a huge it was really influenced by Dungeons and Dragons. The kids in the show actually play
Yeah,
Dungeons
the
and
first
Dragons.
episode starts off with them playing D&D.
Yeah. And there is a fan theory that the entire show is just a really weird D&D campaign. I'm not gonna touch that. I'm not gonna give my opinion on that, but all I'm saying is that'd be pretty cool if that were the case.
Yeah. Dead by Daylight itself sounds really fun. I'm all down for like asymmetrical multiplayer kinds of games. It reminds me a lot of not a lot of people play. I owned a Wii U, but with Nintendo Land, there were a lot of mini games in there where like one person would use like the gamepad or whatever to have like a different perspective of like the game, like the overall map, while the other players on the TV would have like a small, like limited perspective, and they have to bounce between each other like that. So that sounds similar to that.
The game is very fun if you really like cooperative games, because it's you with 3 other people, if you're a survivor, of course, and playing it with 3 other friends can either be the best experience or the worst experience. It'd be absolute chaos, or it could be like gears working together like a clock. You really need to be, you really need to have teamwork. You need to communicate, say, hey, the killer's over there, we should go over here. You need to save your friends. You know, I myself, each of the survivors have certain perks that change the way they play. There's some that are really good at being sneaky, healing. There are others that really reward based on the risks you take. And I play that character. His name's David King. He's the best character in Dead by Daylight, no cap. And he is a very risk and reward character. Basically, you taunt the killer, you get perks from it. And I believe No Man Left Behind. I always save my friends unless they're being rude, then I leave them.
This reminds me a lot of Left 4 Dead 2's multiplayer.
Yes.
Where you would have like the zombies and like the humans, and each team had like their own different perks, and they would like try to interplay between them.
It's definitely really similar to that.
Is it as moddable though?
What was that?
Is it as moddable?
I don't think it's moddable.
That's a shame.
No.
Well, I play on Xbox.
Oh yeah,
PC
so probably on PC.
Yeah,
PC is a whole different story. You can mod pretty much anything on PC.
Left 4 Dead 2 modding is incredible.
Yeah. Stormtroopers, Teletubbies, anything you want to be zombies, they'll probably have a mod for that.
Yeah.
Oh
my personal favorite was the Steam sale. So you know when there's a sale on Steam and like they have like the green little mark on it,
Yeah.
like that's saying 40% off or like 50% off, whatever.
It's always like 90% off.
All the zombies would be that.
Oh really?
Yeah. So
I
you
didn't
just
know
go through like killing Steam sales for no reason, and like there's just floating rectangles everywhere, and it's hysterical.
And the tank is Gabe Newell. And the tank is Gabe Newell.
It could be.
that. No
It
way.
could also be Cars from JoJo or like any other character, Wario even. Like that modding community is insane.
Yeah, for sure. What's it called? I had Snoop Dogg as the smoker.
I forget what it was called, but the one that like shot out its tongue. I made that Squidward, but like made the tongue the nose.
I think that's the smoker. Or,
Yeah.
I forgot exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's a smoker too.
Regardless, I made it
Yeah.
Squidward, and you can also change the voice. If you really
voice
put a lot of
files.
effort, you could change the voice files for it. So you would have like Squidward's voice lines from SpongeBob, and it was hysterical.
I really like the Pokemon mod for it, where the one that shoots out its tongue is Lick-a-Tongue.
Oh, that one's good too.
I forgot what the tank was. I think it was like Charizard or something.
Probably or Machamp maybe.
Yeah,
That
it's
can
like a
work
very
too.
swole, like absolute unit of a character. So
Yeah.
probably Machamp.
Yeah. So that's what we've been playing.
Well, there is one more.
Oh yeah,
thing.
there is one more game that you want to.
Yeah, Demon Ex Machina. For a niche mech game, this has been taking off insane. If I'm not mistaken, it's still #1 in Japan right now, 23 in the US and 19 in the UK and stuff. Which I want to thank like Nintendo's marketing for that, because they've been really advertising.
Yeah,
this
they've
game.
really pushed this game hard.
And
like-
I've been playing it since I got it on Sunday, and I've just been playing it nonstop. I have like 8 hours on it already.
Yeah. So for those unaware, Daemon Ex Machina is a mech game where on Nintendo Switch, where you can essentially take control of a giant mech, equip it with different kinds of weapons, gear, and armor. And it's William's actually played it. I haven't played it myself, so you can describe
Highly
it a little bit
recommend
more.
it. It gets better the more you play it. Like you get more weapons, armor, all sorts of equipment.
What I'm really interested in is the development of this game, because if you're not aware, They first revealed the game at E3 2017.
2017 or
2017. Then they put out a demo earlier this
That's what I
earlier this year.
really liked about
And-
the devs is that they cared about the game so much
Yeah.
that they released this like very early, like
It was
demo to test
extremely
it.
early. Like
Yeah.
in handheld mode, it didn't look good at all.
Yeah, it was really slow paced and everything, but the thing they wanted out of that demo was to get a lot of fan feedback. And next year they did a whole update video where they said, "Oh, we listened to your feedback," and then they gave us a side by side comparison, which amazing.
Yeah, it's a lot faster from what I've seen.
So much faster, feels really good.
That's awesome.
Hopefully something to spark the mech genre again, because that's been a really dry one.
Yeah, for a while. It's been a minute since we've gotten.
Yeah, the only mech game I could think of is like Titanfall.
And that was like early Xbox
2016.
One launch. So
Yeah.
Yeah, Titanfall 1,
Yeah.
Titanfall 2.
I've heard great things about
Yeah,
Titanfall
but-
too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I have not played the campaign of it, only multiplayer, but I heard the campaign was sick.
Is it on Game Pass? I don't
I
think,
think it is. I think it might be.
I gotta check on that.
'Cause I
But
know-
if it's on Game Pass, then I might have to check that out.
Yeah, I know a lot of those Xbox exclusives are on Game Pass.
Yeah.
So what kind of movies and shows you guys been watching?
Well, actually, today I wanted to talk about this because it's something that I'm really excited about. Is Promare. If you haven't heard about it, it's an anime movie premiering actually today for only 2 days, today and Thursday. I believe it's getting another new showing like next week on the 26th and 27th. Not sure about that, but it's made by Studio Trigger, which if you haven't know them, they're known for Gurren Lagann, Kill la Kill, Little Witch Academia, and I just can't wait. It's firefighting with this crazy neon light art style. The same composer for Kill la Kill is coming back for it, Hiroki Sawano, who also did Attack on Titan too. I just can't wait. I'm excited for it. I'm going to see it tonight after I finish my classes. It's going to be great.
Will, would you like to?
I haven't really been watching anything much, so I was just gonna really rely on you guys.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I've already seen the previous seasons of Boku no Hero Academia.
Yes.
Very great show. If you're not
Yep.
familiar with
Mhm.
it, pretty much it's like kids have superpowers and it's called quirks. And I don't want to give too much away, but it has a lot of really cool fights.
Mhm.
Some of the best I've seen in a long time.
And you only watch the anime, right?
I've only watched the anime.
That's
I'm not
awesome.
caught up with the manga.
I am 100% caught up with the manga. And season 4 starts
Yes.
next month, October 4th, and you
Yeah.
guys are not ready.
So I've been I've been rewatching seasons 1 through 3 in preparation for season 4, and it's just amazing.
Yeah.
Another great anime to watch is One Punch Man seasons
Mhm.
1 and 2. Season
I
1.
haven't seen season 2.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Yeah.
season 2 either.
Season 2. I am like halfway through. It's good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I prefer season 1. For those of you who aren't aware, One Punch Man is about a man who can kill anything in one punch.
It's basically
He
like a
is-
parody of shows like Dragon Ball, where
Yeah,
you know, the main
he's
character's, like,
literally
super
unbeatable. He
Yeah.
cannot be defeated.
And even though it sounds boring, it's hysterical because it's a look on now that he's at the top, he's extremely bored and doesn't know
Yeah.
what to do with his life
yeah, like
because he
hates
already
the
got that.
fact.
Yeah, so
and
he's
getting
worked
better.
out so much and he's so swole that he can beat
100%
anything in one
sense.
punch and he derives no enjoyment from it. So pretty much the entire show, well, season 1 and from what I've seen a little bit of season 2 is just him looking for more and more powerful opponents just so that he can have fun from what he does.
And none of them deliver because he's so strong that nothing
Yeah.
nothing challenges him.
Yeah, like you'll see a huge monster like completely obliterate like 10 of the strongest heroes in their like world
Yeah.
universe. And then Saitama just beats the guy with one hand behind his back.
Yeah.
It's just I love that.
But the thing with season 2 was that season 1 got a lot of attention because of how well animated it was.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
incredible. Madhouse did a great job on that season. And then for season 2, they changed the production staff to, was it JC staff? Yeah,
I
they're
wasn't
yeah.
sure.
I'm
Are
not
they
sure.
streaming it on Hulu?
Yeah, they are. But regardless, the animation quality had a significant dip. So that's what
Yeah.
kind of turned me off from watching it.
Genos, the cyborg character in season 1, he was animated perfectly.
Yeah.
Amazing. Flawless.
Mhm.
Season 2, they changed the way some of his body looks to CGI, and you can definitely
Mhm.
tell in some scenes it looks pretty sick because CGI has
Yeah.
sometimes like that
Yeah.
shiny look to it.
Mhm.
He's a
It's,
robotic,
yeah.
like it's chrome, so it looks kind of good, but in other moments, it just doesn't look that well.
Yeah. And then even just that, like the movement itself, like very went from actual movement to like the static image of the moving background, where like a static dynamic pose kind of thing. Even though that sounds like an oxymoron, but yeah, I'm debating on checking it out. I love One Punch Man. I watched season 1, loved it. Read a little bit through the manga. I'm still working my way through it, but I've been like iffy on season 2 and whether to start it or not. Okay, so that's pretty much like all that we've been watching and playing. So thank you for this. Yeah, this is about time. So thank you for tuning in for this first episode. If you liked listening to us, then we'll be back next week for more of just talking about like if something big happens news related in games or movies or whatever, we'll come here to talk about it. If not, you can follow us. Let's see. Elijah, you want to start off? Like, you want to plug anything?
Well, you guys can follow my man Vinny Car Wash on YouTube, Salty TK Dan on YouTube. They're my boys. Yeah, pretty much it.
All right. Will?
I don't really have anybody to plug.
All right. You can follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Ramen Bomber. On Instagram, it's an underscore. On Twitter, it's not. And you can also check out my blog called The Ramen Shop as well, which this episode will probably be hosted on. So yeah, thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you next week.
All right.
Goodbye, everyone.
See you.
Yep.